And every single time the Russians get smart to the way Ukraine is getting those weapons, they put some more sticks in the wheels. And they bribe some farmers here and there, so that they block the road with their stupid trucks and start shouting their nonsensical sayings, like they did in Poland not too long ago, when they blocked Ukrainian aid. Why was that, you might ask? Oh, because the poor things were getting a few euros less from their harvest. Oh, my heart bleeds for them, truly, that they have to give up a little bit of their income so that they are kept safe and don't have to have their blood shed by the Russian terrorist regime that is one of their neighbors. That's right, my friends. Russia does have a border with Poland in Kaliningrad, or as it should be known, Königsberg. And Russia also has a different border with Poland. That's right, because Poland borders Belarus. And Belarus right now is as good as a state of Russia. It has been completely occupied by Russian troops. The Russians tell the Belarusians to do this and that, and they do it. The only reason why Lukashenko did not send his own troops in this war is because he's afraid that if he sends even a fraction of his troops, the people are going to rebel against him. Because the people of Belarus did try to rebel already. They tried to have peaceful protests against their corrupt Russian puppet of a leader. But what happened from that, my friends? The Russians sent their tanks into Belarus to quash that insurrection. Well, I can't even call it an insurrection. It were merely protests. Now, they had a choice to try to pull off the same they tried to pull off in Ukraine, to start shooting the protesters with the Russian police that was sent to Ukraine back then, employed by Viktor Yanukovych, the Russian puppet we used to have, that the Ukrainians used to have in that country. The puppet that was deposed by the Ukrainian people, and of course Russia was not happy about that. No, no, no. They did not enjoy that one bit. You know what they said? They said, oh, you know, it was a CIA coup. It was a coup, yeah. They deposed the democratically elected leader. I love that one. You know that in the election previous to the one Yanukovych quote-unquote won, he also won. So you might be asking, how come Yanukovych did not become president in the election that Viktor Yushchenko became president? I'll tell you why. Because he was found out to be guilty of voter fraud. And because he was found out guilty of voter fraud, the election was nullified. And then Viktor Yushchenko became president, as he should have been. But of course, that didn't stop a puppet like Yanukovych from trying again. These people, they have no face, my friends. They have no shame. They have no conscience. They will lie in your face and they will say that they're telling the truth. And if you tell them and explain them why they're lying, they're going to start cursing at you. They're going to start shouting at you. They're going to start using obscenities at you. Which is the case with Yanukovych, of course. He was calling the Ukrainians kozler back when he was in power, which is the male version of a goat. In Ukraine it's an insult. Here it's not, but alas, you know what I mean, my friends. Yanukovych was no president of Ukraine. He never became president with legitimate means. He became president because Russia flooded Ukraine with bribes. They used every single lever in their disposal to force the Ukrainians to do what they pleased. The people revolted. The people did not enjoy that at all. I'm sure none of you, my friends, would enjoy one of these days an individual like George Galloway coming up to the House of Commons and everybody else gets a huge bribe to allow him to become the Prime Minister. Or maybe they would go a step further. Maybe they would say, oh, George Galloway will be the new King of England. That would be lovely, wouldn't it? I mean, that's what Russia pulled off in Ukraine when they installed Yanukovych. But we have to talk in the terms that people will understand, my friends. If you want to know about this term of denazification that Putin keeps talking about,